Ang susunod na programa ay rated PG. Ito ay nangangailangan ng patnubay at gabay ng magulang para sa mga batang manonood.
Warning. The following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Craigdarroch Castle, the haunted place in Victoria, Canada. Craigdarroch Castle in Victoria is a Scottish baronial-style mansion located in British Columbia, Canada. Owing to its landmark status in Victoria, it was labeled as the National Historic Site of Canada. Craigdarroch Castle in Victoria is over 2,300 meters and comprised 39 rooms. It was built in 1800s as home of a wealthy family coal industrialist Robert Dunsmuir and his wife Joanne. However, Robert died 17 months prior to construction of the Craigdarroch Castle finish. The first architect of the castle, Warren Haywood Williams, deceased as well before finalization of the castle. His son James and Alexander decided to finish the castle after his father's death. When the architecture died, his work came under control of his partner R2L Smith in the year 1890. James Dunsmuir appointed as well for the construction of Victoria's second castle, Hatley Castle, which is located in Colwood, British Columbia. The construction of the castle believed to have cost around $500,000 and consists of granite from British Columbia tiles from San Francisco and an oak staircase manufactured in Chicago. When initially constructed, Craigdarroch in Victoria is situated on grounds consisting of 28 acres of formal gardens. After John Dunsmuir's death, his daughter sold the Craigdarroch Castle in Victoria to land investor Griffith Hughes for $38,000, who split the property into building sets. To increase sale of duration of a slow real estate market, Hughes proclaimed that the Craigdarroch Castle in Victoria will be the theme for a lottery to be won by one of the buyers of the residential parcels imprinted from the property. The one who won the castle, Solomon Cameron, mortgaged the manor to fund other speculative gambling, which bombed, leaving him destitute. In 1919, the ownership of the castle transferred to one of the Solomon's creditors. Robert Dunsmuir's death brought trouble to the family. Differing from his oral promises made to his sons, he left his whole property and business assets to his wife. Disappointed both Alex and James, since they worked in the entire life of their family business. It took 7 years to come into an agreement with their mother Joanne to give them the title to San Francisco Company. It took another 3 years to come into an agreement in their terms in order to buy the Wellington Colliery. With this, Alex felt financially secure enough to marry his love Josephine, a divorcee. He had been living with her for almost 20 years as a husband and wife. However, their marriage lasted only for 6 weeks. Alex died whilst they were on their honeymoon in New York. After his death, the family was divided due to arguments over Alex's will. The fight ended up in a lawsuit that went all the way to the Judicial Committee of the Privy Council in London. It was equivalent to the Supreme Court of Canada at those days. James was the chief of British Columbia at that time, and when he sued his mother, the news was all over the place. Consequently, Joanne and James didn't speak for several years. Joanne passed away in 1908 in Craigdarroch Castle in Victoria, where she lived for 18 years. It was believed that James wouldn't attend her funeral. However, he did at last. Craigdarroch Castle regular life started and continued until 1970, prior to the Craigdarroch Castle Historical Museum Society to took up baton. Craigdarroch Castle in Victoria was renovated to a great extent by the Federal Department of Soldiers Civil Re-establishment before inaugurating as a military hospital in 1919. The kitchen was replenished and the walls rearranged on every floor. New bathroom and hydrotherapy along with the new sinks were mounted. The 4-story Craigdarroch Castle in Victoria still owns rich furnishing from the 1890s and famous for its stained glass and sophisticated woodwork. The castle at present held by the Craigdarroch Castle Historical Museum Society. It is a non-profit community and open to the public. The Craigdarroch Castle in Victoria is a tourist attraction that lures 150,000 visitors every year. Craigdarroch Castle haunted are presumed to be connected with the Dunsmuir family. People have encountered a specific ghost frequently, which they believe to be of Joanne Dunsmuir. They have seen his spectre walking down the main stairs in a ball gown. And the most unusual thing about this ghost is that no one has seen her in any other parts of the castle or going up to the stairs ever. The basement of the castle is supposedly haunted as well. It is assumed to be haunted by a young girl, and some say that she is the second daughter of Robert de Monsieur. She died soon after Robert. Her spectre has been seen standing in the cellar area glaring at the floor. However, she doesn't stay for long. Soon after, when someone enters, she fades away. On paranormal events consisting a sudden drop in the temperature and the scent of the candle wax coming from the above, albeit none could find any cause. Others have heard ghostly crying sound of a child, objects moving on its own, and the sound of a piano coming from the dining room when no one's present. And most importantly, there is still a piano inside the castle. Beside Craigdarroch Castle in Victoria, you could also go to the Haunted Victoria tour and learn about the ghostly past of Victoria. In this joint walking bus tour, an expert guide will walk you through the spine-chilling stories. You'd know more about hanging judge, who gained an unsavory reputation for consistently executing the death sentence. As you walk through the city, the guide will share stories of the paranormal events and the city's alleged hauntings. Craigdarroch Castle in Victoria details.